Alright, guys. Welcome to On the Go Voice Podcast. This will be our last episode for season 2. And today, I am so excited to have both of them finally here. They actually haven't met before, so I have both of my co-hosts, Margaux and Edgar, for Active Wellness Series and the IPC series. They're finally here to share their experience, and I have them here to kind of just share their experience overall. And I'm also curious to see what is going through their head overall, and I want to see how I can improve. And with that being said, how was you guys' holidays, by the way, before we even get started?
It was cool. It was chill. It was good to spend time with family and friends. Have like a good break from work and school, so it was chill.
Nice.
Yeah, same here. Just hanging out with friends and family, do a barbecue, kicked it.
Okay.
Nothing big.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's
Start
cool.
the year off right, not hanging over.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I'm still sick. Like, as you can see, I'm still friggin' coughing. Friggin' hate it. But, you know what? I wanted to bring you guys in here to basically acknowledge and appreciate you guys' work. I mean, I asked you guys literally from a blank statement. Like, there was no script. There was no description. It was something that I just decided, hey, do you want to co-host for this series, see how it works out? Because I was still learning in the process. So you guys did absolutely good. Edgar was just phenomenal, consistent, being on top of like the guests that we had, bringing the energy in. Margaux, super formal, communication just high up on top, always on the move. Like whenever she needs to go, she'll communicate with me. That's just what I loved about her. But on the other end, before I transitioned to season 3, I wanted to share what you guys' experiences were with overall the podcasting experience as a co-host. So who should we start first?
Okay, well, first and foremost, I just want to thank you for giving us or me the opportunity for just creating this space and this environment for those, especially within our interpersonal relationship series. You definitely created a space for those who are uncomfortable with talking about these specific topics. So I think it was great that we were able to hit those topics and really just send out the message of us being comfortable with the uncomfortable. And I think just your own work ethic, I think it was great that you were consistently showcasing that you are passionate about this podcast, and just showcasing the idea. And an idea isn't anything without execution. I think it's great that you're able to showcase that passion, that determination, and just really demonstrate that through this podcast. So you did just an amazing job, and I think it was great.
Thank you. I appreciate that. What about you, Edgar? What's your experience? What was your favorite part? What do you feel like coming into terms with all this?
Well, coming into this, I really had no idea what to expect. Obviously, I had never been co-hosted another podcast before.
Yeah, same.
But I kind of just dove into it and did the best thing I could. Hopefully it was enough. But my favorite thing about it was definitely getting to meet a lot of awesome people. For example, Margaux. Seems like a pretty cool person.
Right.
That we just barely met. All the people we got to meet throughout the podcast, all the people we interviewed, to hear their stories, what they've been through, how much we can relate to each other, how much everybody just wants to improve our community.
Yeah.
It's really nice to see that and be able to relate to one another.
Yeah, like just going off of what you just said, I think this whole podcast, coming from different sides, but like health and wellness and then these relationship categories, I think it's cool that even just this podcast period was able to really showcase community building and structure and organization with these type of, ideas, and being able to just talk about it with different people and really network with others, with that community as well.
Yeah, definitely give a chance. It was cool because you guys, for the most part, those other parts, you guys knew the people and you invited them over, but I invited these people and you guys met them and got along, and it instantly just established that connection, without a doubt. Now you guys have some sort of connections outside of this thing. That's kind of what I want to. And you guys are always welcome back to get on a podcast. Hey Charles, I got a topic that's perfect for the series. Let's go. Let's talk about it. I got the space for you guys, and then that's what it's all about, creating that community.
Definitely.
And vocalizing that aspect. But that's what I really love. So thank you guys for the feedback and also
thank you for, like Margaux said, for giving us this platform to express ourselves.
Yeah.
To meet other folks and at the same time, improve ourselves, communication skills, and meet pretty awesome people.
Yeah, I mean, what better way to end 2019, right? And then now we're transitioning to 2020.
Oh my god, dude! Just speaking of that, you know how people talk about how you still write like the year before.
Now it's like 2020.
When I was writing out my goals, I was like, goals for 2019.
I was actually thinking about that too. I was like, oh snap, it's 2020, and
it's a trip.
And it's I think it's on February 2020. It's gonna be 2020, 2020.
Yeah.
Something like that, right? Which is pretty cool.
In 2025, we're gonna be 30.
Whoa.
Well, we're gonna be 30. She's gonna be a little younger than that.
Woo.
Which is still something pretty. I'm excited to see because it's still a start. How did my phone get here? But one thing I wanted to ask, with you guys' co-hosting experience, obviously there was some times I could always improve. I mean, it wasn't the perfect podcast. However, there was a lot of dynamics involved, and then you guys were played the role. So when it came down to it, like I said, there was no description for it. But if you had known what you had known now with the experience, what do you feel that on my end I could have had, so that I can make sure that it could have been a better co-hosting experience, and also understanding that I'm ready. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god, you act like we're gonna be saying bad stuff.
Yeah,
I think for me personally, with all our meetings that we've had, I think you overall just did a really good job with like your communication set skills. But I think you and I just had so much ideas that we really wanted to hit with specific people and people we want to bring in to talk about those type of stuff. But I think in the future, if we were to work again together, or like just overall your podcast, I think we would do a better job with narrowing down a specific topic and maybe diving deeper with those. Yeah. I think that's one thing that I was consistently nervous about, because we had such a broad or like a vague spectrum of like what we should be hitting,
especially relations.
Yeah, and there's just so much things like we should hit, and like obviously as a listener, I don't want to be like all over the place, scattered all over the place.
Especially the relationship. But then again, one thing I would agree that you mentioned is having that specific topic. Relationship is such a broad title, and for us to even take that thing on, it's like, where do we even go? It's easy to interview somebody, but to bring out the dynamics and actually highlighting the things that we learned in class in communication, to bring it about and say, hey, this is what we want to talk about and bring about, so that you can understand a little bit better. And at the times there's also scheduling that was also hard on top of that.
Oh, I was just gonna mention that, like we had such different work schedules, and I was still in school and he was working full-time, I was working part-time, but like I'm just glad that we were able to find and coordinate a time to meet with each other. But I think overall we did a really good job in terms of narrowing down a topic and being able to organize that with all the other people that we brought in.
Quality wise. Okay.
Definitely.
Cool.
Yeah.
And Edgar,
where do I start?
I know.
So first of all, stop being an asshole.
First of all, well, like I said, to me, everything, and the only thing I can really mention is maybe being more specific as, maybe not really, but I'm more of a guy to kind of just go
direct.
Yeah.
Like what to say, right? I noticed
maybe
that.
Maybe just go on the go, pretty much like the podcast. You know what I mean?
No, it's spontaneous ways.
Yes, very just to go at it however I feel, and sometimes I don't know whether to interrupt people or just speak. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a major in communication. I'm not a very good communicator.
Thank you for
No, but it's totally fine.
Yeah.
You didn't. That's one
So
good
like
thing.
when I said something that makes me quiet, but that's because I don't know if my shit's rubbed or where I come in, blah blah blah. But I mean, the outlines definitely help a lot to kind of have something to go by.
Right.
But other than that, and maybe we can do a little bit quicker setup.
Oh my god.
I hate setup, guys. For anybody listening,
Maybe have some snacks.
no, snacks.
Professors.
No, that's cool that you mentioned about communicating what it is that I want, and also what did you mention right now?
Snacks.
No, before that.
Oh my god.
You said, God, I just got lost in the train. You said that when I'm setting up, you didn't know when to speak.
Yes.
So for me, I realized, you know what, that's true, because then it might come off that I'm kind of running the show when really I want you guys to kind of lead towards the way as well, because it's why I had you guys co-host, because I figured that would be the creativity part. Then I realized maybe in the future I'll do some body language, like it's your turn or something like.
But I think it's cool.
Yeah. Or like hey,
Yeah.
some sort of body language to kind of signal that that's okay, you guys can talk. Or like I said, even I try to give 5-10 seconds, but like then it's still kind of arbitrary, and it's hard to know whether.
But then again, we
did
have guests, and sometimes we even have two guests, so you wouldn't hear them speak as well.
Yeah. That's true. At the end of the day, it comes out about the guests as well. Yeah.
But even being like a comms major, or just like not even comms major, it's cool that you mentioned that, because as somebody who is studying that, like you don't think about those type of things, in terms of body language, gestures, facial expressions, just like the non-verbals. So it's cool that through this podcast you're able to like notice that and like really utilize that for the like future podcasts and stuff.
Not just future podcasts, but just future conversations.
Future interactions.
Definitely.
Something that you understand, like, oh, how should I let somebody else speak first? How should I address the questions, right? I'm sure when someone said something, you didn't want to ask it in a way where it sounds offensive, but so you had to reframe it, and I'm just like, hold on, let me ask it different way. Okay, cool. So before I get started with the future thing, I actually had something for you guys. That's why I wanted to get something real quick.
Whoa.
It's supposed to be a late Christmas present, but
We're like, what do we have?
yeah. So
I'm excited.
I'm scared.
it's nothing big deal. So this one is for Margaux.
Thank you. Oh, you're so nice.
This one is for Edgar.
Do you want us to open it now, or should we wait?
I'll open it now.
Sure. Sure.
What about for those who are listening? Like, should we describe it?
Oh, that's right, huh? Listen. Okay, so
Alright, guys, I took off my headphones.
yeah, that's cool.
Thank you, Charles.
Shout out Charles. Opening it right now as we speak. Star Laser?
Open it.
Oh, is it not this? Is that what's not in it?
There's, look inside. That's just.
Oh, whoa! Oh, you're so nice. Is this really for me?
Yeah.
Whoa! You know what? You know why he got this? So we can listen to the podcast out loud. You feel me? Damn, you're so nice.
Just a little something. I don't know.
It's so funny you got me this because I actually needed some.
Oh, perfect.
He got me hydrating, softening hand cream.
Is this Alexa?
This is sick.
Yeah, that's an Echo.
Is this
Really?
Alexa?
Yeah. So like
I'm
if you
dead.
have other parts to the Amazon or those other
Like, give me like, Alexa, play this.
yeah.
Alexa, play on the go. Oh, thank you, Charles. You're so nice.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate it.
Of course.
Truly, honestly,
It
truly.
was my way of appreciating you guys. So.
It's pretty cool, and it's kind of scary. But
It almost is. Deadass got us a robot. But wow, thank you so much.
Of course.
Oh no, I really do appreciate it though.
No worries.
I always see
Charles.
these.
I really do appreciate it.
But thank you for everything that you put out for our community and for those around us. And you
Yeah,
know,
man,
I've
thank you
definitely
for-
learned a lot from this podcast in terms of stuff I could carry outside outside the classroom, outside the workplace. And definitely, I think this podcast, I really hope that we do set that kind of connection and relation with other people who are listening.
Oh, it will.
And not just us, but I think everybody else is grateful. Everybody that was on here, very grateful that you gave them a platform and somewhere where they can express themselves and share their story and their upcoming.
That's what I'm so excited about, man. I could barely even think today. I'm just glad I could set this up. That's all. But like the last part is, with that being said, I mean, for anybody that might be listening who's interested in where you guys are going, or I'm interested as well. What's next for you guys? What are you guys gonna be doing?
Take it away.
Well, I definitely have a lot of plans, not just for this year, but for my life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm gonna be 25 this year, and I feel like I'm kind of.
That's right, 25.
I'm kind of sure of where I'm headed in life.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this past 5 years have been like a fucking roller coaster of not knowing what the fuck.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I feel like right now it's kind of like the waves are kind of starting to chill out. You know, I kind of know where I'm headed, what the fuck I need to do.
Mm-hmm. Do you have an idea over how that might look?
Yeah, huh?
Like any like, let's give us some context. Like, do you have anything?
I definitely have a lot of projects
Mm-hmm.
set in mind. Like I said, I wrote a couple things down.
Can we share it?
Let's share it.
For personal reasons.
It ain't real until it's written down, right?
Manifest.
Well, I definitely want to invest in myself, knowledge-wise. You know, a couple of real estate courses here and there.
Okay.
I have fitness goals as well. Physical goals, like live this much amount, blah, blah, blah. In regards to my training, I have leisure goals, like go camping, something like that.
Like be outside.
Something I didn't do very much of this year that I know I need to do more of. Financial goals, save money for future investments. Definitely something I need to do more of. Academic goals as well. Like I said, I kind of know where I'm headed now, so now I kind of know what path to take.
Right.
And like I said, I have a couple projects I'm working on.
Secret.
it's
Exclusive right now.
I feel you, bro.
Yeah.
It's definitely a secret. You know, I don't. Not that I don't want to share it, but I want my actions to
speak for itself, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. I told you.
But I definitely have big things coming.
That's exciting.
Cool. Thanks for sharing, man. What about you?
I think for me, I mean, obviously right now I'm a full-time student, working 2 part-time jobs. So right now I just want to get my degree, hopefully with honors, just be more involved in school and my community. Last year I started my first nonprofit project, so I definitely want to keep that going, keep the momentum.
Can you share a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I started my first nonprofit project with educational school supplies. I had people for 2 months donate school supplies, old and new, and for my 21st birthday, and it was really successful. I collected over 450 items and over $150 towards Cesar Chavez school, so it's sick. It was an amazing project, and I was able to really get to know new people, and I think this is something I want to carry on for this new upcoming year.
What's your birthday, if you don't mind me asking?
July 18th.
Oh, do you plan on doing something similar to her next birthday?
I'm a Cancer. yeah. I plan on I'm debating if I want to do educational school supplies or like hygienic products for those who actually need it during the summertime.
That way we can promote it.
Oh yeah, of course.
I was gonna tell you,
Because I have a lot of school supplies or stuff that I
Yeah.
I was gonna tell you this time you should let me see how I can work with you on that and then build something together, because I've been looking to have a side project where I'm giving back or some sort of
Yeah, definitely.
to, collectively combine resources together for other people's need.
I know, that'd be really nice of you guys. Definitely, I'll keep in contact with you guys. But other than just nonprofit projects, I definitely want to surround myself around those who, you know, would surround myself with like good energy and
good vibes.
Good vibes.
Yeah.
Vibe check.
You know the vibes.
You know the vibes.
Oh my god.
Vibes.
And just really set my career off in terms of where I'm at right now. You know, really strengthen my relationships around me. And overall, just do my best to just stay positive, you know, be happy and really manifest good things and good fortune for myself, prosperity.
Love it.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously so much more, but there's so much we could both say for ourselves.
Absolutely.
What about you?
Wow.
For real, what are your goals? Like,
all right, cool. So I don't know if I showed you guys recently, or I didn't show you guys, but I posted just recently yesterday that I'm not excited for 2020.
Oh, yeah,
I saw that.
The reason why is because
I was like, this motherfucker.
I was like, okay.
But it's because I see everything
I
see the whole thing as a long term, as 10 years.
Definitely.
Like that's how far I'm thinking ahead, and I'm at a point where I'm just like, I'm not excited by each year to change things up anymore. I'm more excited as to what I can sustain, how sustainable can everything be, and maximize everything from then on. You know, whether it's my business, relationship, health, you know, any types of other goals I might have in mind. But to be specific, as you mentioned, elevating my sense of association is something I'm looking forward to as well. It's nice to be around people who I can relate to and, you know, be able to like friendly and welcoming, but I want someone to push me out of my comfort zone. I want someone to show me new things and different perspectives, and it doesn't have to be business. I want someone to share me new values. I've never really considered that because we all come from different backgrounds, different
interpretations, expectations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So with that, you know, it's like sometimes you can't act like you know everything, you know. And on that other aspect, I made it a goal to myself to, besides like building a community here through the podcast, on the business side, I'm striving to at least increase my stream of income. Look for one new stream of income per year, and then obviously spend less money, maximize my profit, and increase my income, whether it's through specialized skill, like let's say I get another job that allows me to do that, but also to find different ways as well to make different investments. I do see myself traveling more often and being more open to relationships. However, now because like in the past, I think I wasn't really sure when it comes down to relationships, especially with women, where I placed them. So I was like, oh, should I be friends with them or should it be that? So now I'm being more intentional with my relationships.
Okay.
So now knowing where it's at and like, okay, cool, because at the end of the day, my energy and my time is
very valuable.
Is valuable.
Definitely.
Yeah. So like, word for me for just 2020 is unavailable. Like, and I don't mean that like in a bad way. I mean that as if like yo, like we're either gonna create some really good shit together, or like we'll just stay in touch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like now I'm beginning to value the time I have with myself.
Definitely.
Just to reflect and create and just take a step back and be like, yo, that's pretty cool, I did that. Or holy shit, maybe I could have done that better. Or maybe hey, it wasn't so bad after all. Just that time being with myself to actually just nurture, you know, and ultimately creating the relationship with myself. You know, like how do I see myself consistently? Like that's what's becoming more important with me.
I think that's another goal too. I think just being able to really step back and, you know, really discover new perspectives and new sides of yourself that you didn't even know you had. You know, so I think the whole learning process of your own development is something that everybody should definitely strive for this year.
Exactly. Yeah. So I sure.
No, that got me thinking.
He's like, damn.
Yeah. Well, I think that's it. So thank you guys for being on the last episode of season 2.
Woo!
Maybe we'll see you guys in season 3 because it's gonna be coming and rolling. You'll see it.
It's be on the go.
When's it
Heard.
Next week.
Oh, cool.
Jeez.
Gotta get right on it.
On the go, you feel me? But thank you so much.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you for everything.
Of course.
Truly appreciate
Thank
it.
you, guys.
Look forward to everything.
Yes. Thanks for being on, guys. All right. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Peace.